Hey, what is up guys, it is TheLivingBlueJay here, and it appears that not a trailer, but a teaser trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie has just come out. And goddamn, can I say it just looks incredible. I've always had my expectations really high for the sequel movie, and this teaser trailer really shows it. Now, this teaser trailer is about like 48 seconds long, nothing too big. Obviously, we are going to get a full-on trailer in the future because it's mentioned in this teaser trailer here that the movie will be coming out in December. So we've got a little while to go until December comes, and that's tons of time for other trailers. And seeing from pattern recognition from what we saw from the FNAF 1 marketing, there was a lot of teasers and a lot of trailers. But we finally got a teaser trailer for FNAF 2 movie, and for the occasion I am actually wearing one of my Five Nights at Freddy's shirts. This is one of my newer ones. It looks great. The only thing that's wrong with it is Freddy isn't on it, except he does have the name. There. I think it's at the top. What am I, a noob? So anyway, I thought why not check out this trailer with you guys, and you know what? Why not do a little analysis? Let's do this. So here we go. The teaser opens up with a shot of a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza poster featuring the original gang with the text, "Get ready to rock." This cuts to a shot of an endoskeleton head focusing on its left eye, lighting up. But that's only what this shot appears like on the surface, because if you analyze deeper, you'd actually realize this isn't your typical endoskeleton head, but actually the mangle. So what do I mean by that? Well, as we know, the mangle has an endoskeleton head poking out of her body, and longtime viewers of my channel know I've named that head Cal. So unlike any endoskeleton head we've seen before, this eye color matches Cal's eye color, which means this amalgamation of parts down here isn't the endoskeleton's body, it's the limbs of the mangle. And this would likely be positioned within Kid's Cove. And let's be honest here, there's a reason why it focuses on the left eye, because Cal literally only has a left eye. Having the Blumhouse logo swing by, we actually hear the Marionette's music box playing in the background, which actually sounds super cool in this style. I don't know how to explain it, it just somehow sounds a lot more real. And you know, this really gets me excited to finally see a real version of the Marionette. I'm very hyped to get to see her and hope they can pull off some really spooky things with her in the movie. But anyway, while that, there's a voice in the background saying, "Welcome back. Are you ready to start the show? Count with me now," as he counts down from 5 to 1. Now, I believe this voice actually belongs to Toy Freddy, because this sounds like something a Freddy would say, and in this case, obviously this is adapting the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and this time, Toy Freddy is the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Yeah, that's right, screw that night guard. Not only that, but the voice as well does indeed sound like a less exaggerated, more realistic take on Toy Freddy's voice in Ultimate Custom Night and FNAF AR. But anyway, we're going to start seeing a lot of familiar faces upcoming, so it appears that a majority of the cast from the prequel will be returning. So first off, we have Abby riding her bike, and from this rain puddle we see her bike riding through. We can see a reflection of the exterior of the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, featuring the brand new logo with Toy Freddy, Toy Chica, and Toy Bonnie. Transitioning with stating it'll be releasing in December, we see a note presumably left by Abby saying, "Gone to fix my friends." And just the simplicity of this note really reminds me of those "Gone Fishin'" signs back in the day. So what I think this note is referring to is Abby attempting to break into the toy location, break into the parts and service room, and finally, as the note says, fix her friends who are trapped in there. Abby should know about the relocation project from the prior location, so all she needs to do is find them in there. My only question now is if Abby and the original gang are already friends. That means, unlike the games, the movie line presents FNAF 2 as not a prequel, but a sequel to FNAF 1, which, to be honest, I'm not 100% against. I'm actually quite interested in seeing this version of the early stages of the FNAF story. This also makes it more easily digestible to newer and other horror genre fans. And secondly, it's mentioned by Phone Guy that the toys aren't hostile to kids, only adults, and they also have facial recognition software built into them. So I'm very excited to see that come into play in the film, but I'm wondering because we've never seen what happens when a child breaks into their location at night. So I'm wondering how the toys will deal with that. I'm predicting that they may give Abby a hard time, because at night when Showtime Protocol is off, they literally work as robot security guards. And later, the old animatronics will probably fight the toys to save Abby, which would be very cool to see because they'd all be fighting their replacements. So Mike takes the note off the door and cuts to another mysterious line by Vanessa saying, "They're out there, Mike." So here's our first look at an animatronic. We have Toy Bonnie appearing behind this closed door. This cuts to Mike asking in response, "Where?" as we see a mysterious hand pressing what appears to be a Showtime button. So obviously this will be activating a Showtime protocol for the toys. We have this guy here pressing his face onto the window of a door in hopes to look inside. He sees a pair of big blue eyes light up, which is in reference to Toy Chica, as she breaks through the glass, pulling this man inside the room. I actually appreciate the attention to detail on Toy Chica's eyes, and what I mean by that is in this trailer we've seen a lot more of every character except for her, as we're only seeing her eyes with great emphasis. And that is actually very clever with their portrayal right there, because as we know, Toy Chica's eyes are very important and very mysterious. Toy Chica does remove them at night, but we don't know where she puts them. So I'm hoping that the movie will actually show her putting her eyes somewhere, maybe paying homage to old theories, like using them to help fix the mangle, or even the theory where she can only see through the toy cupcake. Or I even have a better idea. She'll use her eyes as bowling balls to trip the night guard running away, Fred Flintstone style. But anyway, this closet Toy Chica is hiding in is very strange to me because we get a peek of the hallway this is part of. And I don't know about you guys, but this 100% looks like a school to me. See, we've even got the water fountain to prove it. Man, I literally haven't seen one of these for ages. Which means if that's the case, this guy here might have been a teacher. So why is Toy Chica in a school? Well, she might not be the only one, because here we have Toy Freddy walking up like a real sauce boss. And in the background here, to me, at least still feels like a school, mostly from the lighting of this area appearing the same. Next up we see the mangle appear as she's breaking the glass, and the window appears like a home window. It's unclear who this house belongs to, whether this is the Schmidt residence or this random family's house here. For all we know, this innocent family here might be a gag, like you break into their home attempting to murder someone and you're like, "Oops, wrong house, sorry about that, send me the bill for the broken window." Actually, that'd be really funny if that's the case here. But anyway, we see Mike, Abby, and Vanessa backing away, looking very scared, so something will go down in their house. And we know this to be true with all of the break-ins happening here in the teaser. They had to hit the right house eventually, right? We have Toy Freddy here lifting up the garage door, and Toy Bonnie here holding a knife. And I must say, seeing bulking Toy Freddy and serial killer Toy Bonnie wasn't something I would have put on my 2025 bingo card. So when all of these break-in scenes occur in the film, this is likely a reference to Special Delivery, because in that game, it quite literally had the toy animatronics all breaking into your home. Speaking of break-ins, it is unclear, but this might actually be the return of William Afton in some way, shape, or form. And judging by the doors closing on their own, I have a theory this representation of William might be a ghost. Like Zoinks Man, a ghost. That, as well as FNAF 2's events, will seemingly be a sequel to FNAF 1's in the movie timeline. And as we know, William got spring-locked at the ending, which means he's supposed to be trapped inside the suit. so it appears that a ghostly William will possess some supernatural powers, no pun intended. Over here we have Vanessa pulling a gun on someone. I'm thinking there was a threat to break into their house, so Vanessa is posing as their bodyguard. But this right here is just a comical shot of pointing a pistol at Balloon Boy, which is obviously in reference to a particular running gag in the first movie. So we're finally seeing our first shot of Balloon Boy that isn't a figurine, and dear God, it literally looks like they've pulled this guy right out of the games. He looks so uncanny and real. Over here we have this yellow hand taking a knife. This, again, I'm thinking is the ghost of William taking form of Spring Bonnie, because the only other yellow character here would be, let's say, Toy Chica and Old Golden Freddy. And we all know this couldn't be Old Chica because she doesn't have hands. And none of their hands even look like this. Oh boy, now this hits different. Seeing the Mangle using her limbs to strangle hold someone and pulling them up from the roof, that's gonna be some alien shiz. And whoever this character is, they appear to have some device in their right hand. It's too blurry to even tell what this device is. I mean, it doesn't look like a flashlight at all, but it does emanate light. But yeah, it's just way too blurry to even tell. So we'll just have to wait for the actual screenings to even find out. Now, we're in a car. It's unclear if this will be the return of the taxi driver Koryax Kenshin, or if this will be Mike or Vanessa's car, but it appears that Mangle is on the roof, and she broke the windshield to gain access to pull whoever out of the car, followed by the final scared scene of Mike, Abby, and Vanessa once again inside their home. Cutting to black as Toy Freddy shouts, "Showtime," as this character screams, cutting into the logo with a score of Les Toreadors playing with it. You can never go wrong with the classics. This final scene here really surprised me when I first saw this. This appears to be Toy Freddy walking by a bunch of people who all appear to be Fazbear and Friends fans. So I'm thinking this will be the opening of the movie featuring Toy Freddy and the gang walking down the red carpet as Fazbear reps are presenting to the world the new and improved Fazbear and Friends technology and location, while showing off their automated abilities in front of the crowd. I'm also speculating, again, this is probably going to be the opening of the movie, and I'm thinking that there's going to be a Fazbear rep narrating and talking about the new technology, facial recognition, their criminal database, and you know, all that kind of stuff to give the new audiences the information that they should be knowing going into these new band of animatronics. And this crowd might be for the grand reopening of Fazbear's. So this might be on par with the grand opening of
The Krusty Krab 2!
So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed that video. If you did, let me know, leave a like rating on the video. Thank you so much for supporting my channel in that way. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I was thinking as well, maybe we should do a live stream sometime to have a discussion about the FNAF 2 movie. I thought that'd be really fun. I haven't live streamed for a while, so it's gonna be interesting to get back into that if I decide to do that. But of course, if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. And I did have a prediction that I wanted to share with you guys. So I'm thinking that the FNAF 2 movie, we're gonna be seeing another like Shrek 2 thing coming up. Because if you're a Shrek fan, you know that the Shrek 2 movie is widely considered as like the best Shrek 2, the best Shrek movie ever, and it was more successful than the first one. So I'm thinking that we're going to be seeing that again, but with FNAF. I'm literally thinking that the FNAF 2 movie is going to be more successful than the first, and I'm also thinking that it's going to be the more popular one. I don't know, my media analytic brain is just seeing that for like forecasting in the future for the box office and like the succession for this film. But at the end of the day, that is just my take, so you let me know in the comments what you think this movie is going to pull and what the community is going to think of it. Let me know in the comments what your favorite part of this teaser is. My personal favorite parts are all the Toy Freddy parts. I don't know why. Toy Freddy is just my favorite animatronic in FNAF. I don't know why. He just is, but man, those scenes were just so good. Pulling up that garage door and then just walking in like a freaking boss, wherever that place took place. But man, as a huge Toy Freddy fan, I am going to absolutely love this movie, and maybe I might even have a bias. But with all that in mind, if you want to see some more FNAF videos, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss any of the upcoming FNAF 2 movies that we have to check on out in the future when we get more news. And yeah, I'm super excited to see the future marketing for this movie. And if you are too, make sure you click this playlist right over here, and it'll take you to a bunch of other FNAF movie videos, including FNAF 2 movie videos that I've done.